All right, we're back in business. How is everyone doing so far? I am struggling to get the chat to appear in the top right corner. Now, right away, we need a better name for this. Anything else other than Garland Way? Let's go Garland Bay. No, it's still pretty bad. Oh, this is going to be so much easier now that we have platter. I really want to get some zoning around here and in here, and I think I actually have a good building for this now. If we go into our signature buildings, we actually have a few new assets. I love this one. This is such a nice little asset right here. But we should have some type of city hall building. And of course, I can't find it. We could always place a Whataburger here. I've never actually ate it. Let's open up our buildings. I'm going to take a guess and say this is probably a city service. What if I just type in City Hall? I still don't see it. Oh, did the asset load? I wonder if it did. It should have. City Hall. It's definitely enabled. It's called City Hall by Vladelsk. How can I find it? Maybe it's not in the actual zoning because it's a service building. There we go. That's what we need here. 1 million? Oh, we're nowhere even close to placing this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Honestly, kind of a bit smaller than I would have liked. But if we place 2 of them, maybe we can make it work. So we need to get some money rolling in. And let's fix this time of day. And we unlock the cereal mill. I really wish these supply chain assets would only unlock from the get-go. Like, yeah. I talked about it in my most recent video. My mods and assets had some trouble loading. What was the issue? I noticed that some assets are weird like that, where they won't load. See, like, somehow we've already unlocked the cereal mill, the television studio, and I think that's it. But, like, how did we unlock these already? I wish there was some sort of message that would tell you what the requirements were for unlocking it and how you met them. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thankfully, this time we have platter, and that's going to make things a bunch easier. So we need to get something here, and I know we need to unlock the round office, so how do we do it? We need to hit milestone 10. I don't know if we're going to hit milestone 10 by the end of this stream. Financial goods produced, software goods produced, telecom, and media. Okay, it's not impossible. It's by how much of a resource you've produced. Yeah, I wish it was more like this. Like, you have your main building, you place it in, and then the clock starts ticking. It makes it feel more of a more progression based. You streaming early today, that's good for me. Yeah, because I believe it's going to be getting late around when I usually stream, right? So we're going to need to upgrade this road. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough capacity. And we should probably get our budget in order pretty soon. We'll get to all of that. Right now, let's just spend money. And this is when platter would have came in helpful. Fortunately, these 2 businesses will have to go. And all of these businesses as well. Oh, we're going to destroy our economy, aren't we? Maybe we'll do a little bit of move it instead. Because I don't want to let this road go too small for too long. Is it snowing for anyone? Right now up in Niagara, we're having a pretty decent snowstorm. And I always like the 4-lane with the median. Get some grass and trees on there too. What is going... Why is... It's like doing a... It reminds me of Snake. So I guess we'll have to upgrade this one by one. Or we can just turn off snap to zoning cell length. And apparently that works. Oh, these ones will have to be upgraded to the right. There's going to be a bit of a jog in this road. Maybe we can do something kind of like that right there. I might reorientate this road. Hey, hey, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Is it snowing where you are? And we'll just get rid of all of these lights because they're way unnecessary. And did we break anything alongside here? It doesn't seem like it. It all seems like it's working to me. No. We should probably get rid of all these houses. Unfortunately, they're going to have to go. And maybe what we'll do is we'll upgrade this to a 4-lane as well. Thankfully, I left enough setback. I wish... Is this a stream-only city, or will it be edited episodes? This is just a stream-only city. I wish it was snowing. Why, is it super hot where you live? I can't believe someone would wish it was snowing. We can actually get a nice amount of businesses on the street. It would look pretty good too. Right across from our dirty industrial. So let's try out Platter. We should also be playing. And isn't that interesting? The menu just completely disappears every time I try and open it. Well, that's not very good. Ooh. Unless the keybind is just conflicting. Platter, where are you? Something else is taking the... So what if I just set it to P for now? Toolbar and progression? Yeah, so we don't need those keybinds. Most of the keybinds in this game are nonsensical. There we go. Okay. So whatever the other keybind for control P, it was breaking it. And I say we should just get some office in here since we don't have any commercial demand. And we can probably just get this nice and tight. Actually, let's get some setback too. Let's go 4. No. 2 meters places us right in the middle. Oh yeah, there's no 5x3 buildings. That's unfortunate. Wow, I just watched the video you uploaded today, and the live stream just after that feels like true magic of Christmas. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate to have you here. Do we have parking unlocked? We do. Nice. There's no way we're making this little office area without some parking. Although it feels kind of a bit odd having the office right in the backyard of these people's homes. Let's go 4x3 or 3x3. Get that nice and tight. Oh, there's no... Okay. Rookie here. Maybe if we're just lucky, we can fit a 2x2 in. I would have loved to get chat on the screen. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working. It seems like OBS just doesn't want to pull it up for some reason. Refresh catch of current page. Oh, so apparently in order to get it up, all I have to do is log out and log back in. Because I'd love to see the chat on the screen. All right. Is it working? No? Still not working? I don't get it. Okay, so we have our office filling in. Cannot see. Yeah, I can't see it either. I don't get what the issue is. I spent like the first 10 minutes while the stream was waiting to start trying to figure this out. I could do this a different way and pull it from YouTube instead. I was trying to use stream elements. Here, one sec. I'm going to try and get the chat on screen. Because I think it'd be nice to have it. Let's see. I just need to pull it up somehow. As you can tell, I am an extremely professional streamer. The weird thing is I see the actual stream element and I can see the chats. I don't get why it's not showing on OBS specifically. Clearly, there's just something that I'm not understanding. I'll just put the 11 account with OBS. Let me figure this out. All right, I may have a solution. Shut down source when not visible. And then if we just quickly switch to one of these sources and swap back, can we get it to work? Definitely a pro. Yeah, definitely a pro. I spent forever trying to get this to work. I had a stream up for like 2 minutes at like 6 a.m. No one's seen it, and I quickly deleted it because I was trying to get the chat to work. And it shouldn't be this difficult. Alright, I guess I'll just have to live without it for now. I really wish I didn't have to, though. It'd be much cooler to have the chat on screen. It's either that or I can try and pull it from YouTube. But I don't want to get too off topic. We still got a lot of work to do. And it feels so nice having mods. Even Platter alone, such a lifesaver. The weird thing is, oh, no way, it updated. Okay, so we have the vanilla grass surface now. Something I wish the area bucket tool would do is work with this grass surface. It works with all of them, except for this one, and I believe this one too. Okay. Our main street is really becoming a mess. We should probably start working on some industries soon. Population's 1,300, not too bad. I also don't want any housing on this part of the road. I could see this being somewhat of our city center. Okay, so how do I turn this? Okay, there's a bit of a learning curve with Platter. Was road naming somewhat fixed? Haven't had any looping roads for a while. I don't know. That's actually interesting. We'll check that out. Just need to bulldoze these. So, oh, I can't remember how to do the testing. I believe if we just pull from this, it might mess up the name. Where's the name? I don't even see the road's name. In fact, I don't see any of their names. And that's because I'm in the menu. You'd think that I haven't played City Skylines ever. So let's pull from here. What street does this become? So this becomes Mainwood, our main street. Oh, wait. This shouldn't be Main Street. This is supposed to be Main Street. Yeah, looks like it's not fixed yet. We got a pretty big loop here. Now maybe we can get a bit crazy on industrial. Where are our farms again? They're up here. And we do have our cereal mill. We have grain, way too much grain in fact. All of our neighboring cities are starting to get upset about all the grain we're shipping them. Let's get in on the breakfast cereal game. We have more than enough grain to do it. Now we probably don't want to place this near our cemetery. Yeah, the looping road name is annoying. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's kind of frustrating. I could talk about this all day, so I'll keep it short. I don't even really like to name roads anymore because of that. So we have our little industrial sector over here. And I think we could probably expand with this building. That way we don't have these generic boring buildings over here. And the question is, where do we place it? Definitely needs its own dedicated road. First, let's place this in. And I guess we'll have to pull from somewhere around here. And now we can give it its own parking as well. Although this turn's probably just a bit too tight. We can do better than that. Hey, Brucey, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Is it snowing where you are? It is snowing quite a bit here. Ooh, this might just fit perfectly. Kind of. I'll take it. I probably should have gave more setback from our highway. Oh, this light is obnoxious. Nope, it's not snowing where I am. I am jealous. The snow sounds great until you have way too much of it and everything's just all over the place. The only thing I can't wait to do is build a snowman with my children. That's the most exciting thing that I'm waiting for right now. They are pumped to do it. Alright, we need to get... Where are we at in terms of our unemployment? 4.9%. It's not bad. You're US, aren't you? Canada. Canada, Ontario. What should we focus on next? There's so much to do. Our unemployment's in a good place. Kind of too small for transit. Canada is known for a lot of snow. Oh, Canada's known for a lot of snow. The funny thing is that last year we barely had any snow. Well, at least in Ontario. Expand. Yeah, I think that's the key thing. I really want to have this be a very specific area. And so I don't want to do any actual housing on it yet, because I have an idea for what I want to go here. And around here, I want this to be more of a city hall. So we can definitely do a bit of expansion. And this didn't turn out all that well. So let's start here. We need to get all of our zoning in, and then we can continue our road network. All right, Control P is the picker. That's why Platter wasn't working before. Yeah, snowing in downtown Toronto too. There's usually two types of people. The people who love the snow and the people who don't. Which one are you? Where I am, it's perfect. 20 degrees, not too cold, not too hot. Just the way I like it. 20 degrees is almost perfect. 18 degrees is the best for me. I can be completely happy doing that. What I will say with Platter is it's a bit of a learning curve. We'll go with unzoned, and I want to get German in here. So maybe we should actually make sure this is German, so we can see how many buildings we'll get. Where is our German medium density? Or maybe we just go with Netherlands. Yeah, I'm just going to go with Netherlands. It's going to be much easier. 35 buildings. We'll have a little bit of setback. Ooh, maybe too much on this one. Kind of feels like more work than just find it plus plop, but it might just because I'm used to it. I thought the same thing, and then the more I used it, the more I realized I like it, mostly just because I'm not a big fan of getting crazy about every type of building, and I tend to get crazy about every building. That's the only reason why I don't really like plopping. If this was a plopping stream, we would be plopping all day. Oh, I forgot Move It's still broken, so you can't select more than one. Where I am, it is 18 degrees, and it's cold for us. Really? 18 degrees is cold? That's the dream for me. If I could have 18 degrees all the time, I would be a very happy person. In this instance of Move It not working, I actually think it might be easier just to plop it. It also probably doesn't help that I'm pretty much a rookie in this, and I've only used it for a total of 15 minutes. And actually, I do agree with the message about low rent. I think that's probably the smart play given where we are in our city. Where is the low rent? Right, it's considered high density. Makes no sense. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know if this is a bug. And I can't remove the zoning from the road. Okay, this is just becoming way too difficult. Plopping it is. Let's go back to basics. Because in summer it's almost 45 degrees. That would be a nightmare. I couldn't do 45. It gets about 36 out here and I'm already exhausted. Netherlands. Weird, I wonder what happened to all the icons. And let's get some low rent. Where is the Netherlands? Why do I not see it? Alright, let's plot this bad boy. Move It was just updated 15 to 20 minutes ago. I updated all of the mods before I started. If it was 36 degrees Celsius, we'd be drinking chai on our veranda. If it was 36 degrees, I would be inside. Do something like that right there. The only thing I don't like about these buildings is they don't do a full wrap. Maybe just get something a bit smaller in width right here. And then let's run a pedestrian road around here. There won't be parking, but at least you'll have a walkable plaza. That's probably why my game randomly crashed then. Let's get a few trees on this pedestrian road. Make it look real nice. There we go. Maybe a bit too dense, but lost 3 hours of progress. Ooh, that's rough. I remember when Anarchy, the game got updated and Anarchy was broke for like, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours. I didn't know. And so I spent about 6 hours recording an episode. And when I went to go save, the entire game crashed. And I was like, okay, we can just back that with an autosave. It's perfectly fine. All the autosaves were broken too. So it was It was rough. And we still have our main street. Do we have any... Oh, all we have is office demand. I think that's what we're going to have to work with, though. Let's go 4 with a setback of 4 as well. And that'll get us right in the middle. Find it in Anarchy comes and goes from game start to game start. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the UI thing is weird. I remember someone saying that if you had either Simple Mod Checker Plus or another mod, it should fix it. I haven't had any issues yet, but I was using a local version of extra detailing assets or extra asset importer during the video that I made. We need office. And let's just go with some basic vanilla office. Give a little bit of space between each of them. And then we'll get a nice little parking lot right here. That's a bit too big. Honestly, I can't wait for some custom parking assets. What's next for Lithia Bay? We actually have some pretty big plans. The next biggest thing that we need to do is an actual highway. Right now, we don't have one. And it's kind of slowing us down. We have our main road that connects to our outside connections, but what we're really missing is something to connect the region together. And I think that's going to be a really massive thing, because then we can start expanding to the other areas. We've kind of been isolated to the main little peninsula that we've been in, and I want to break free of that. And we've unlocked the Imakandi. We might as well get that placed in. Oh, we have no commercial demand. Never mind. Yeah, so I can't wait to get the highway in. Because the peninsula that we're on right now only really has one more project left until I shift my attention to somewhere else. And then what we'll do is we'll work on a whole new area. Because we're going to have a cargo bay or a cargo port off in the other corner of the map. I'm trying to show it right now on this map, but it doesn't really help. Oh yeah, I forgot we had the fires. Oh, and they're burning. Look at this beautiful little pit or hill or mountain. I don't know what you'd call this, but it's so nice. Shane really knocked this map out of the park. And then can't really work on this area yet because we need some more density. So maybe we need to start expanding our road network. We have all this area here. Why all your maps are on fire? The fire gods don't like me. I don't know what I've done to make them angry, but yeah, they really don't like me. And I can't stand looking at this little empty lot. Some grass and some trees are going to make this so much nicer. That fire under the pit looks like the Hellmouth. It does. It does. The crater could be a great place for a prison. Actually, that's kind of hilarious. It would be almost the perfect place for a prison. And so, if you joined a bit late, I was mentioning that we could probably have the City Hall asset. Right here. Somewhere alongside here. I haven't quite figured it out yet. It's a bit small. No way. Oh no, where is the tornado? Ooh, don't come close to us. What is that weird shadow? Looks like you're going to enter a black hole. Is that what the tornado's doing? It just looks like a really odd shadow. Pucano? Oh. You could easily set up a little sewage pipe in there. I think you're going to have to call a real civil engineer for that one. Oh, this does not look very good. This does not look very good at all. I don't know what I was thinking with this. Let's chop this off. And we'll curve this in a bit. There we go. Smaller block lengths. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can't move all the houses over. That's going to be tough to adjust to. And actually, thankfully, now that we have platter, we can actually fix some of these blocks as well. But again, I've made my block lengths way too long. And we have the perfect spot. Honestly, I'm just going to delete this all. Moving these one by one would be a nightmare. And that right there. Snap the zoning cell length off and pull that right through. There we go, an appropriate block length size. And honestly, these will go too. We'll get all that fixed. Should probably do it right now before I get distracted. Add corner assessment. What is a corner assessment? Add corner assets. Yeah, there definitely needs to be corner assets. I'm hoping they'll spawn in when we zone this in. Where are the... I missed having the icons. No zones match filter? Residential in Netherlands? Oh, Star Q. Am I blind? Alright, I'm making this too difficult. I'll just find it through this list. And I can't remember which one is the one that looks nice. I believe it's the gable or the gambrel. We'll reduce the setback to 1. We don't really need it to be any bigger than that. We don't have any 2x2 buildings? What are these? Are these not 2x2? No, it's 1. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here. They're definitely too long. Too long and 3 wide. But there's no... I'm in the wrong zoning category, aren't I? Nope. And plopping it is. There we go. There's a very big learning curve that I clearly need to get used to. What is going on with this? Oh, that's so rough. It looked nicer before. Maybe we'll just pull these closer together. And then let's add a retaining wall on this road. Because apparently we like building expensive lots. Let me just say goodbye to these 3. Instead, we'll get something a bit more dense here. Mostly just because it's going to be a lot easier. Let's get some medium density. The disrespect to terrain is insane here. Here we don't respect the topography. The topography respects us. I honestly find myself a bit crazy about that. Add villa on this high area. The villa? Villa. I'm almost certain there's actually a building called Villa. Add a skyscraper. These ones are just a bit too big. Ooh, this one could work. Having a skateboard park on the back is just kind of funny. I think we're gonna do it. Oh, if we could just get 2 in, it'd be so much better. We're gonna have to pull this a bit closer though. There we go. This doesn't come with a surface. It feels so odd. Oh, this is a ploppable building, isn't it? Oh, okay. If that's the case. Rich area. Yeah, the richy riches. They're living by their farms. And there you got a nice, beautiful view of the hill and the tornado. Can we delete this little weird thing right here? I believe it's a pool. No, we can't. All right, new plan. We'll add water underneath it. Okay, I could almost believe that's a pool. Not as nice as this one. And we'll just get rid of these fences here, and we'll add in some of our own. Or honestly, we don't even really need fences. The retaining wall is the fence. What's the most fanciest fence we can get? New assets came like Actorville. Musician Villa. Oh, it's so close. Just so much jank right here. Come on, play nice. No, I'm not going to play nice. We'll go with the good old classic strategy of fill it with a bush. There. You'd never know. You would definitely never know. There's just bushes there for fun. It's a style thing. That's what I was thinking. Rock Musician's Mansion will fit very, very much. I believe you were doing better. We were just confusing you. What? The Rock Musician's Mansion. I know which one you guys are talking about. This one here. It's a bit too big. Oh, you're kidding me. I accidentally attached onto the surface. Oh, we could totally expand the skate park. This entire area could just become a skate park. I kind of don't like how this isn't a paved road. A forest fire. Wow, how do we get so unlucky constantly? There we go. Now the rest of this can just be a road. And for some reason, it allows us to snap onto the road. The building. That's just great. Makes things so much easier. Temperature too high. 20 degrees? Really? I didn't know the Rock Musician's Mansion was so big. So we are definitely rambling here. No worries. It's nice to have suggestions. Trying to figure out some of this stuff all by yourself can sometimes be a bit overwhelming. And then we just need one little entrance right here so people can walk from the garage road to the little house. And yeah. Now I'm getting pretty caught up in this area, so let's try and move a bit forward. A few trees in. A couple extra trees to hide up those bushes. Dysfunctional, yes, dysfunctional family house. That's exactly what I was thinking when I built it. Essentially, whenever you get angry at someone, they go and live in your second house. All right. Please add bush wall along the road. The bush wall along the road? What do you mean, sorry? Oh, wow, look at this block length. This is just awful. What was I thinking? I mean, clearly I wasn't thinking at all. Let me snap to the middle of this road, please. Okay. We're making progress. We're making progress. Now it's just this block that needs a lot of love. And... oh, I can't wait to place this in the Lithy Bay. I love this asset. It reminds me of an office asset. There's this 2x2 office asset. It's because we had no assets, I was using it like crazy. And it's just in the normal vanilla. Oh no, it's 2x3. There it is. I love this little office asset. This is what got me by when we didn't have the asset editor. I think he's mentioning the hedgerows. Many creators say German residence is not good, but it's so underrated. The German residential? I think it's pretty good. I always add a bit in every single city I make. Are we still good on the tornado? No tornado? I think that probably comes from the lack of medium density buildings. It looks like southwestern assets. These ones right here? I honestly thought it was just a copy. Or the German. These are a bit too dense. Oh, obviously this building. Oh yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, I agree. I need to stop pausing. We're never going to move forward if I keep pausing. Can we get a bit of commercial in here? No commercial demand. We need more population, I'm guessing. So expansion it is, really. I'm waiting on so many things. What if we just expand our farms? Where is our natural resources? Oh, we have a bunch of ore here. In SK or SC, they add a very good looking corner asset. Please check this out. I don't know what SK or SC is. SK reminds me of Saskatchewan, which is a province in Ontario. Can we get some I love your playstyle. Finally someone I like to watch just as much as CityPlannerPlays. Really appreciate that. I tend to be very picky. And that ends up influencing my playstyle. I've been watching CityPlannerPlays for years, so I think a lot of the things that he does or says rubs off on me. And when you've been doing it, when you've been watching someone for so long, you tend to kind of mimic some of their traits. Skyline and supply chain. What map is this? This is Bacoli by the amazing Shane Builds. He's built also Lithia Bay as well. And Lithia Bay was Bronton. Skyline and supply chain. I don't know if we're going to be doing skyscrapers. We can definitely get some supply chain stuff going on though. I think ideally we'd have some type of train connection. And we could probably just follow right along this coast right here. And bring it somewhere around here. What would we need to get the train in? 1 point, so we'll unlock it. And we need a rail yard or a train depot. Ooh, where does this come from? This is really nice. I don't think I've ever seen this one. So where would it need to snap onto? Where's the snapping point? Oh, don't tell me it snaps. Oh, that's such a bad place to snap. Okay, so we'll have a nice industrial waterfront here, which means we'll place this right there. But now the only issue is we need to upgrade this road before everything starts getting too advanced. It got added in the bike update with a small transformer station and stuff. We also need to unlock highways because I need to upgrade this. Let's get a 4-lane, 2-way highway. Oh, we're going to be encroaching a bit, which is unfortunate. And to keep things simple, we're just going to upgrade it all the way down there for now. If you grow or flop the skyscrapers here, it'll resemble the zoning of Houston, Texas. I've never been to Houston or Texas actually at all. Now, where are the connections for this building? Okay, so they're all along here. I may have added this in a bit haphazardly. Low density suburbia next to car parks and massive skyscrapers. It's and the freeway, of course. It's funny, where I live, there's a bunch of low density, but because in Canada the cost of housing is like crazy, but they're just adding pretty much density everywhere. And right along this just basic road, super small 2-lane road, all of a sudden we're getting like 14-story towers, and it looks so out of place. So you either live in somewhere like that, or you live in complete suburbia. Like where I live, there isn't a single store near me. If I wanted to go to the store, a park, any type of shop, I would have to get on the highway and then get off in about 2 minutes. It's kind of ridiculous how bad it is. Please don't build. Everything is on fire. Should we risk it? I think we're going to risk it. We're definitely going to risk it. Oh, we spent a lot of money. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we got to build. We got to get the supply chain up and running. What are these connections? Just 2-way train tracks? So we'll send this through and connect that in like that. Now, should this be a 2-way or would a 1-way suffice? I feel like a 1-way should suffice. I'll try and keep that nice and straight. Getting on a highway for a quick errand is crazy to me. It's nuts. It makes no sense. For anything we want to do, we have to get on a highway. Nice gentle curve. Another nice gentle curve. And we're going to plow our way through the fire. Just remove all the trees? Never. We love the fire here. We embrace the fire. Can train tracks get on fire? I honestly don't know. I'm going to assume they can't because it's convenient for me. No, doesn't seem like they can. I'm sure the trees don't mind. Does anyone watch Veritasium? Ooh, I have set myself up for failure here. Did you see his most recent video when he was talking about the... oh, I'm rusty. Essentially, the trees actually need to burn down or something like that. Oh, God. It was about... Was it the power law? There was one about power laws and there was another one. They can get wobbly, the train tracks will expand and will derail the train. Where? Like the wobbles right here? Should I kind of straighten that out a bit? E equal MC squared 2. Oh yeah, that was his most recent one. It was the previous one that I'm thinking of. There's the they do a simulation of the trees. I believe it was the power law. Okay, now all of this was important because I actually want somewhere to store our goods. Oh, I did not think about this well enough. Having this here is kind of like an unmovable brick wall. We would need a train line to go around the side of it as well. I don't think you have to straighten that out because that much is tolerated by most passenger trains around the world. Yeah, so I probably should have said what I was doing. I think this is going to be more of a freight. I just want to be able to ship goods in and out. But right now, this is kind of a big barrier. So I'm trying to figure out if... Oops. Trying to figure out if trains would just come through here, but we probably need to give them some type of bypass. Yeah, and I should have... This entire thing should be flipped around. I'm going to fix this. Deleted user. Welcome. Why is the texture on the train station so bright? I don't know. It's a bit obnoxious though, isn't it? Deleted user, is it snowing where you are? There we go. That's nicer. Small suggestion, use the anarchy and add depot in a large area, not in this narrow area. Yeah, I think I agree. I wanted to get it in without thinking about it too much, and the thinking about it too much part is kind of where I excel. No, the weather is just awful. Yeah. There's kind of a snowstorm going on here. Where would it go, though? That's the question. We could place it in somewhere around here. I thought area bucket was broken. I checked on Sky before. It was just updated like 10, 15, 20, maybe an hour ago. In Skyve, I have one of my menus set to recently updated and then code mods. We haven't had snow in so long. Is that a good or bad thing? To me, not having snow is a good thing. Oh, I miss it? Yeah. Is it one of those things where you miss, and then once you have it, you kind of don't miss it anymore? Near the back hill? Like over here? Yeah, I feel that. All I need to do is build 1 or 2 snowmans with the kids, and I'm done with winter. But it's due to climate change. Yeah, it's insane. I remember being a kid in Ontario, and the amount of snow we would get was insane. And it wasn't like super windy. It was just nice snow. It was great. But then all of a sudden nowadays, the snow is just gross. It's icy. You barely get any. Probably why all the damn trees are on fire. Now it's just all rain. Industrial in a narrow land like that looks really cool, to be honest. Yeah, I like the look of it. In India, there is no snow. Would you want snow if you could have it? $0 per month. $0 per month. Okay. I don't know why the tile upkeep's so cheap or non-existent. Oh, because these weren't big enough. So we could keep purchasing, and there we go. Now we start to pay the cost. Ooh. I think we'll grab this one then. And could we get these two? Aw. We almost could. No, we have some in Ley and up north. Good morning. Welcome. That is not true. The northern part of the state, which is your username, which is Bengal, there is snow, especially in nearby areas. I'll check in later. Gotta go. All right. Have a good one. And see you later. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So now let's try this one more time. We'll have to do a little bit of work right here to make this work. Actually, I think we're gonna have to do a bunch of work. Gonna push that hill back just a bit. Same with this one. And this time we'll send the train line in first. A forest fire is in progress. Surprise, surprise. Was anyone shocked? I know I wasn't. Look at the budget. I think we're going bankrupt. No, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're not going bankrupt. The last time I went bankrupt was... I don't even remember. We can do this. After watching Lithia Bay, I'm not shocked to see the fire. Yeah, I don't know why the fires like me so much. Is extra landscaping tool still broken? Which one is that? I have the water source and all of this basic stuff. I can't remember which one does what. Okay. We're just gonna hug these high voltage power lines. Check fire hazard and info view. So mostly just our trees then. And this building apparently. Ooh, we should probably delete this. There we go. Now we're not losing so much money. See, we'll make it. We'll make it. there's only a very small chance that we'll go bankrupt. We're getting close to this road. I mean, if you keep replacing it, you'll probably end up losing more money. Yeah, you're probably right. I should have just moved it. But now, we can get even more money back by deleting this. And you don't get money for deleting tracks. I totally forgot. We're on a small budget here. We need to pull up from one of these roads. This right here should do the trick. Nice and flat. And then we'll branch off one full circle. City Skylines players have the most oddest measurements. I always love saying one full circle, as if that really means anything. Maintenance costs, yeah. And if we need to, we could increase our budget. That barely helped. I don't want to squeeze our residents just yet. Oh, just give me an option for depot. Oh, never mind. It's right here. Okay. How much does this one cost? 12,000 per month. This one is 15. This one's 8. I kind of like the look of this one. Feels a bit older. And just like that right there. We'll quickly change that. And we'll realign this road. Will you lose more money if you had the power lines underground? I don't know, actually. I know we'll lose more money if we replace them. Because I don't think they're included in our upkeep cost right now. Recolor the roof so it's less shiny? Sure, why not? I don't know if we can. Oops. There we go. Now it's completely matte. Maybe a bit too matte. Make it slightly more shiny. Yeah, now it's not too bad. Okay. Now we'll grab one of our train lines. And let's send this out 12 units. We'll send this one out 6 and angle directly in. It looks good to me. Yeah, the power lines are going to be a challenge. We're going to have to send at least a few of them underground. Honestly, it probably doesn't help that we're paying for outside power as well. But once we get this in, we can set up a little a train terminal for our cargo. Ooh, that's not looking too good. Okay, as long as it stays away from our development. We could set up a little train terminal and we could export and import stuff. No, I don't actually need this to continue any further down right now, but we will continue until right about here. All right. And I don't think they'd have a reason to connect up to here, would there be? Yeah, there definitely would. All right, I'm going to make this more straight. That way this is more simple. And if I am remembering correctly, I went out 12. And then I believe it was 8 or 6, something like that. Oh, it's broken. Why do you not like us? What did we do? And what happened to the music? There we go. Watching train beside road is nostalgia. I don't know about the game, but in real life, if there is a fire in a cliff like that, there's a high chance the fire will roll into the houses nearby. Yeah. I don't know about those the odds, but I can definitely see that happening. It's 6. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. Thank you. And now this will meet up somewhere around here. And we'll get the foundation in so I don't do anything crazy afterwards. All right, there we go. Doesn't have water, doesn't have power. Honestly, we're going to spend a bit more money. And we're just going to upgrade this to be one of the 4-lane highways. This one right here. Or I guess we don't need power all the way down there. We'll do it till here. And that should be solved. Yes, perfect. Now all of this was so we could set up a little train terminal. So we should probably start working on that. And I was going to have it initially over here, but right here seems like the perfect spot to do it. The only question is, where does this road go afterwards? Because it's probably not going to keep going straight. It'll probably bend around this little water right here. There we go. And where would our train terminal be? Somewhere around here. Add some industry, it'll give money. Unemployment is pretty low, so I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think we're too high at our unemployment. Oh, it's definitely one a bit higher. I think we might have an education problem. If we take a look at Infoloom and go into our workforce. Any day now, Infoloom. So 3 unemployed here, 24, 57. So our educated make up our biggest unemployment with 57 of them. We could get more educated jobs. I'm surprised there isn't more educated jobs in this area already. We have a bunch of office. It might just be a case of bad transit or no access to transit. Even this one right here. Educated, yeah. Not much we can do about it right now, but we will be able to do soon. Where is that transit? I mean, that train terminal for our cargo. Oh, here's one. We don't even have enough money. Oh, I botched it. I botched it. Ooh, I've never seen this one. Oh, I like this one. This one's nice. I'll probably place that right there. Or no, not really, because we still have to send this all the way through. We don't have enough money though, so let's get our economy in a decent place. We really just need to get some more residential in. Use Tigan's cargo yard. It's 50k. All right, I'll check that out in one sec. Let's get a bit more density in here. Okay, and then Tigon's cargo yard. Oh, these general ones? I've actually never used one yet. Do we have one that's general? I'm almost certain there is one that's just a general goods. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, it's kind of smaller too. It's not as big. That fixes a potential problem we'd have in terms of size. I don't want to have it too close to the road. We might just do something like this. Kind of feels like a waste of good water property. I don't want to delete these, but I know we kind of have to. All right. Goodbye, trees. I put it backwards, didn't I? We'll find out in one sec. Oh, I definitely made this way too difficult. I'm not spending enough time thinking. All right, alt doesn't work. That's rough. Am I just stupid, or have I made this a little bit more complex than it needs to be? That's a pretty rough, it's really close to our road. Ooh, that's not very good looking. But now at least we can export stuff. Do we have any trips coming here? Yes, we do. Okay. Where's our first trip coming from? And they have 3.37 tons of beverage. Great. We have office demand. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. Oh, of course we got the same building. All of the same buildings. Oh, I really wish that brush tool was disabled. All right, let's not go bankrupt. We can do this. We can do this. Just give me unzoned. Are all keybinds broken? I can't seem to actually control this. It's fine. No snapping. That's cool. We wanted whatever that is to spawn there. It was a part of the plan. funny because this was working amazingly for me earlier. Now it seems like there's a few issues with it. All right, I don't want to go southwestern, but I don't want to see the same assets over and over again. So that's what we're going to do. And these didn't really work out all that well. Back to the basics. And that'll be all of our commercial demand. I mean, office demand. Maybe we have a slightly more dense area right here as well. And I'd like to continue this pedestrian road as well. It's a bit steep here. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And so this area doesn't look like an exact copy and paste. Let's switch up the assets. We'll just go with the normal Netherlands. Use AutoZone plotters. Low rent houses, a lot of people. Yeah, that's just the same style over and over again. Kind of drives me a bit nuts. Ends up feeling really repetitive. So we need a right and a left and then a middle. And we're just missing one extra piece. There should be a one wide somewhere. Yes, there is. I love this pack for that. It makes filling in blocks so much easier. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Unfortunately, we're going to have to rework this pedestrian road though. Come on, be nice to us. There we go. Okay, not as bad. We can work with that. There we go. This time, let's set our lot depth to 2. And then we wouldn't have that problem. Give me a left. And right. And then give us some middle pieces. And we don't care what the width is, they can be anything. And again, the beauty of the Netherlands pack, being able to do that is so great. Honestly, maybe we just have 3 of them. And right here. I know we kind of need money, but in order to make money, you gotta spend money. Ooh, 7.5%? I don't know if I can live with that. I can live with 4. 4 is not too bad. Let's get some parks in. Somewhere you can come grab something to eat. What is this? Oh yeah, I remember seeing this on a CityPlannerPlays stream. They must share the same asset ID. Well, not much we can do other than delete it. I want them to have the same surface though, because right now they're missing that. Too much gray. We'll take the bright yellow. Honestly, maybe this entire thing's a plaza. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, it feels pretty welcoming. All it's missing is some trees. This right here would be Toronto's worst nightmare. Pedestrian roads. And there we go. I'm starting to see our little center come together. Wow, everything is still burning down. I think we got to help out a bit. Let's make it rain. 100%. All rain. Why isn't it raining? The gods have blessed the map. Yeah. It's not raining though. Oh, do we need custom clouds? Increase the parking fee to the max. Never. Oh wow, we're actually in a really bad spot. Okay. I need to stop playing around and I need to get serious. A tornado is passing through. What is this? You can see that boat just shimmying along. Hopefully they don't get swept up. I think they would have been swept up though. I don't think they'd be here with us right now. Okay. Let's take this back down to 1, and let's just quickly start zoning. We'll do the same thing that we did over here on this side, which means I don't really want to, but all of this is going to go. And I don't get the luxury of pausing just because I feel like it. Only to get rid of zoning. All right, we're going to make a pedestrian dream here. Let's attract some people. And let's just go... Yeah, we're going to need to go put 2s. Does Lithia Bay have any disaster shelters? No, we actually don't. We don't have a single one. You might call me a master planner, to be honest. You might call me that. Got a lot width of 3. Where is the right piece? I think the map should be named Tornado Coast because the amount of natural disasters you're getting is insane. Tornado Coast it is. You, the god of that world, need more money. The citizens will obey. I am but a humble mayor. Ooh, it's gonna come out a bit rough. A district should be named like that in that style. Give me the name. Give me the name. We only have 1 district right now, I think. We definitely need to get that fixed soon. This is where I start to go crazy with plopping. So instead of going crazy, we'll have a bit of space there. All right, middle pieces, let's go. And then give us a 1 by 2, there we go. Oh, it just barely fits. I don't want to add another one. It's gonna look awful. What if we just get a 2 by 2 then? It's still bad, but I think it might be better. Yeah, that's okay. You know, I feel like this one really isn't coming out like that one. Back after dinner? Have a good dinner. Probably need to drop this road down a bit. Yeah, we definitely do. I don't make that quite steep. We're going to quickly rework this. Oh no. I don't know if that's any better. Yeah, that's better. Could you tell us your PC specs? Because that's a lot of mods. It's all on Patreon, but roughly it's a Ryzen 5900X, a 4070 Super. I have 68 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I think it runs at 3600 millihertz. A C-Sonic PSU. I'm going to take a guess here, say it's roughly 800 watts. And then I just have 3 SSDs. 2 of them are SATAs, and no, 2 of them are M.2s, and one of them is a SATA. Do you know how and why my game goes into photo mode? What happened was I just toggle through some game menus such as road, buses, radio channel, and then suddenly game decides to go to photo mode. I honestly have no idea. I've never had that bug before. Will you consider to take some loan I will give you? What do you mean? We got tons of money. We're doing perfectly fine. Definitely not going to go bankrupt. Definitely not. Although I do have a feeling that we might. I have mismanaged this economy. And there should be disrespect on my name. Come on, density. Middle piece, please. Do we have a 3 unit? Yes, we do. I think we're like 0 steps close to bankruptcy. Yeah. We're going to have to go to our services, and I should have done this earlier. And we'll crank our roads all the way down. Our healthcare is going down. Our education is going down. It's all going down. And just like that, we have avoided bankruptcy and going into the red. We are now positive. We are a profitable city with awful services. That's the promise of Tornado Coast. You will live here, and you will not like it. And it'll also be a danger. I can't believe you guys didn't believe in me. I had this in the bag. I had it. All right, that's a pretty dense little block there. Let's add some trees, make it look a little bit nicer. Oh, right. Trees cost money. I forgot. Just blowing our budget on some trees when we have no money. Oh, I feel bad for these people. Honestly, this entire section is just awful. But I can't really be too picky when we don't have any money. Are we at least exporting something? Tell me we're exporting something. Oh, of course we're not exporting anything. How could we export if I haven't set up a route? I'm shaking my head right now in disappointment. Wait, what the heck is this? Oh, that's cool. Okay, now we actually have a route, and now we can export stuff. The offices spread noise pollution, do they? Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like they're helping. Yeah, between the parking lot and the small transformer station, they're definitely contributing quite a bit. But look at that, $2,000 per hour. We can finally speed the game up instead of slowing it down. What's our production look like? Massive surplus in wheat. You need trees to block them. I'm almost certain that's a myth. It doesn't actually work like that. Even if we add them to the road. Oh wait, we can't add them on that side because we need the parking. And then even if we take a nice thick layer and do something like that, does it change it at all? No, not even the slightest. I think the trees thing is more of a real life thing. It adds more interference from the noisy environments to the environments where you don't want as much noise. Buffer park, perhaps? Yeah. Once we have a bit more money, I think this just needs to go. Turn it into an actual little park area. Or even maybe some commercial. Please add high density office. It'll reduce noise pollution. I don't even think we have high density unlocked. No, we don't. That's at milestone 10. We're a bit of the ways out. We're slowly building up this section though. I think what we're going to do is we're going to separate these districts. I'm just going to delete this one. So we'll have everything on the bottom side of this road. And then we'll have everything on the top. And then we'll have our industrial sector. And we've hit milestone 5, yes. 125,000. We got money to spend now, and we're still not going to go bankrupt. I believe in us. Schools? Yeah, the schools have been defunded. They have lost their all of their funding due to an almost bankrupt city. And then Beechwood Corner. I don't know about you, but Beechwood Corner sounds like a lovely place. All right. What's our population here? 1,300. And only 899 here. How many jobs up in Beechwood Corner? 464. How's our train station? Yes. Okay, see, now we're getting storage. Are we exporting stuff? I wish I could see. We do have a cargo train. And they're coming in with a bit of metals. That's great, but are they going to take anything? I need to know if they're taking stuff. Otherwise, this was a waste of money. All right, out with the metals. What are they going to pick up? Pick up something. Anything. Please. Any day now. All right, let's go 8 times. Nothing. They've taken nothing. We got scammed. What an absolute scam. Oh, this mismatch of zoning is just awful. Let's replace these with some of the German or Eastern European. Yeah, that's Eastern European. Why is it full yet nothing inside? Was it? I didn't actually see that. I didn't know if it was or not. German. Here we go. Wait, no, it's not German. I literally just said that to myself. Oh no, this is mixed use. This is Eastern European mixed use, isn't it? I don't know why I'm asking all these questions. I can just take a look. It's Eastern European commercial. Dang. There's like 3 kilotons of stuff inside. Was there? I didn't see it. This one has something in it. Oh, they're coming in. Forestry that needs to get processed. We could probably make a quick processing station for our forestry. We don't, or we could make a timber industry to cut down some trees. I mean, kind of the best place for that is right here, isn't it? Yeah, add wood. Yeah, we can do that. I think ideally we'll have a dirt road branching off. And we'll do that from right here. So let's grab one of our dirt roads roughly in the middle. I don't think it'd be a big deal if the forestry industry was near the train tracks, would it? I can't imagine that it would be. All right, get that nice and flat in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna plant trees. There's nowhere else really to do it. We could have done it here, but it just seems a bit out of place. So we'll plant some trees right here and make our own little harvesting section. All the trees will burn down anyways. Yeah, you got a point. Put a fire watch tower. I believe you have to unlock that, right? Let's have one up here. Oh, of course, we don't have money. Oh, wow, they're actually kind of expensive. Too far? Yeah, I wanted 2 of them. I wanted to have one that was higher up on the hill, and then I was going to place one somewhere around here. These will mostly be trucks that are kind of built for this, so I'm not going to worry about perfect gridding too much around this area. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to look ridiculous, isn't it? Honestly, it doesn't look that ridiculous. No road needed. Yeah, but it just feels better when the road's there. Where is our fire watch? Yeah, not even close. Okay. Now we can get some trees in. Let's go with some oaks. And I'm going to do this in the most lazy way possible. We'll have everything selected. We'll use our grid tool. And we're just going to pull it straight across. You could plop some lumber warehouses. That's a great idea. We can have them up. We can have them right here too. Warehouse. Right, it's not a warehouse. It's a storage yard. No, lumber? Wood. Timber. Forestry. Yeah, thank you. Let's try and get the biggest one that can spawn in. And yes, perfect. So both of them are filled up. Or not filled up, sorry. Both of them have actually spawned in with companies. I think selecting various age of trees for various sections would be better and more realistic if that's what you're going for. Oh, so like in sections, you mean? So for example, like this section right here would have just been young saplings. This would have been mature, young, so on and so forth. The only reason I don't do that is just out of like a pure laziness thing. Otherwise, I definitely think that's probably what we should have done. I just find it a bit tedious sometimes. If you really want, I don't mind doing it though. No custom trees yet? No, not yet. Kind of though. We've had a mod for a while that introduces all of these trees, but they're mostly just reskins from the main trees. There is also... Where is it? They're around here somewhere. There's another little tree pack. They're actually really nice. I can't remember where they are though. Tree. Yeah, so it's these ones right here. They're not in the tree tab, but a lot of them are really big. The problem isn't the color, but the models and LODs. Yeah, I agree. If we wanted to, we could take all of these trees and just make them slightly more vibrant. And then given a few seconds, they should all update. And we could do the same thing with these ones. But I don't think it's really the color, it's just They just look, they don't look very good. Yeah, I know we've all been in that situation where you spend so much time detailing that you don't want to spend any more time. For one of the Lithia Bay episodes, I detailed for 4 hours, and at the end of it, there was still a few more things I had to do, and I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm calling it. I'm not doing anything else. So I just put it in a bunch of trees. Not enough employees, and our employees aren't happy. But we are producing 24 tons per month. And we did unlock the supply chain building, so we can get that in as well. So we have our particle board factory. Yeah, this may have not been the best spot to do all this in. Part of me wants to just add it right here. The other part of me probably knows that's not a very good spot. Seriously, another forest fire. Don't let the dragon drag on. It's only 20 degrees here, too. Can we make it rain this time? Now that we're not going... Oh, yeah, we're losing money. What can we do to not lose money? But I think if you recolor the trees, then all the trees of that kind will recolor. Yeah. Oh, now it rains. Now it rains. Oh, wait, it only rains when we're zoomed in? What? Where is the logic in that? We're zoomed in and it's storming. But then we pull back out and no. Nothing. It did put our forest fires out, though. So we'll take that as a win. Hi, Krusty. Welcome to the stream. Above the clouds. Oh, am I really above the clouds? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. That's actually really interesting. Okay. Add office? Yeah, we got office demand. Let's add some in. We'll do that right here on our main street. Castlewood's gonna be our best bet. Why is this a dirt road? This should at the very least be an alleyway. And I'm sorry, goodbye houses. I feel really bad. And just enough room for a parking lot. I have a feeling I'm not going to like how this turns out. Yeah, so on the recoloring the trees topic, if you have the vibrant foliage pack, what I would do, let me find a tree that I don't like, or I don't use, sorry, is I would grab one of these trees and then recolor it to whatever you want. Because then what you can do is have it be this color always. When before I started creating content on YouTube, I used to have trees that would be fall. That way I could mix fall and green colors together. I'm surprised to see that it's not updating. Usually it does it pretty quickly. Ooh, that's a rough looking color. All right, it's I don't even know why. Oh, we need more office assets. This is just so disappointing. It's not too bad if you pull them together, though. At least then you could kind of believe that they're one cohesive unit. Mayor repainting your car because he feels like it. That's a city that I do not want to live in. It sounds like an absolute nightmare. Antique store. Wow, we've really moved. I'm so surprised that we've progressed this fast through the chain. I guess I kind of pictured it like the CS1 chain, where things took a bit more time. And what you needed to do was obvious. Yeah, I think this could work somewhere. Let's see. Maybe right here. Have it front our main road. And when do you get the upgrade? Is there an upgrade to this building? I can't remember. Because we're going to want something on the side of this. Does it have a bonus? Oh, of course it has a bonus. I would love a version of every single signature building that has no bonuses. No, it doesn't? Oh, it's kind of a mismatch then. Row house? Yeah, actually, that's probably the best bet. And we'll recolor them to be the same color as this. Where's our row homes? Ideally, something with the same setback and something that has 4 units deep. This kind of feels like it could maybe fit the northeastern look. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. This is where I get stuck in the trap of plopping. Actually, I think this one is going to be the best bet. Is there one that's slightly smaller? Yeah, that right there I think is perfect. And that red brick color I really like. I've never actually looked at the windows on this building, but they seem kind of lifeless. I actually really like that blue color. Medium density? Yeah, medium density probably could have worked. I think I'm perfectly fine with these though. Maybe we just get some parking in the back. I don't think we're going to have enough room. I think it might be a bit too tight. What if we upgrade this road to have parking on it? What if we just make this an actual parking lot road? No. Add graffiti on the sidewall? Okay. Give me 1 sec. 1 second, please. That's a janky intersection. All right. They don't get parking. Let's see what we got here. I want the scribbles. Yeah, these ones right here. I always like to start with these. Just to make it seem like someone with a Sharpie or some basic paint came and did something really ugly. And then someone came and did a little bit more work to make it look a bit nicer. Is this Star Q? Yeah, it is, right? No, it's not. Not small graffiti, like a big portrait. I'm never too crazy about details like graffiti. Most I do is some surface work and dirty decals in industrial areas. Yeah, for the most part, I'm completely with you. I find that I rarely ever come to see the sides of these buildings. The only really time I care to do like super work like this is if I'm in Lithia Bay and replacing one of these parking lots, one of these bigger ones. I like to change the white to be a bit more artsy, just so it fits in a bit better. We can actually get a really old sign up too. Oh wait, no, this is a furniture store, right? See, people like Red Kool-Aid and Sully, they're insane. Like, they do some amazing stuff. Like, they get super crazy about it too. ATM machine. Have a nice little open sign. Doesn't really fit on the window, but we'll still put it on anyways. Can we get one of these signs? Yeah, there we go. And we'll just borrow these signs. Oh, that did not work the way I thought it was going to. I always forget how to do this. I think you actually need to get one of the billboards on first. I'm getting crazy. This is kind of why I don't do this level of detail. If it's a special place, I will. Do we have more graffiti? Ooh, that's cool. Now, the only problem is that feels a bit empty. And like something else needs to go here. How many forest fires must we have? Where? Where is it? All the way over here. Okay. I'm going to ignore that. It's getting crazy. All right, let's finish this bad boy off. Ooh, that's a rough looking side. But we can easily have 2 more here and no one would be any wiser. And we're just going to change this to some basic surface like that right there. Now, I genuinely won't be able to look at this unless there's a tree. There we go. Red brick wall was looking so odd. Yeah, I agree. This one is... This is a prison. And ignore that little asset poking out right there. This has got to be the ugliest street, small little section I have ever seen. You should add a football stadium. We definitely can. We're going to need a bit more money before we start spending money on parks, though. Oh, it is awful. It is so bad. It is just... I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go pretend it doesn't exist. Got a population of 2,200. And we're losing money again. What's next in the forestry industry? Does anyone know? Hey, Lord Slacken. Welcome to the stream. It's going pretty good. So far, we've added this addition right here. So we have a new railway depot. We almost went bankrupt twice, and we're about to go bankrupt maybe a 3rd time. We have our forestry industry, and we have a little freight yard so we can send out some products, hopefully make some actual money. Doesn't seem to be working. And we were just adding in this antique furniture store. We were looking for a building that could kind of fit the same style. We came up to this one right here. And if you just don't look at the side of this road, you know, it's not too bad. Just don't look at the side of that road. If you look at the front, it's pretty nice. Wood industry and supply chain. I think the economy gods are punishing you with this forest virus because you're not turning a profit. Also, I have another question. Can you make a Turkish city this December? Possibly. I spend a lot of time making videos. And it's hard to do more than one at a time. I'm amazed by the YouTubers who are working on like 2 to 3 cities at the same time. I find it hard to focus. At least with the stream city, I'm taking it seriously, but we're not taking it like video seriously, because then it would be difficult. A Turkish city sounds like it might require a lot of focus and extra energy that I may not have. If we get assets, an entire asset pack, I'm down. I'd definitely love to. Oh, we got commercial. We can finish off our Eastern European commercial section. Can we get this to be a slightly less obnoxious color? No offense to anyone who likes the color. Actually, I like that. Add some generic industry. We have a bunch over here. What's our unemployment? I guess if we can figure that out, we have we know what to do. 7.5%. I'm gonna quickly add in some of this commercial here. It's mixed. No, it's just Eastern European commercial. I never use this. And I want to see this quickly. So we're going to open up test mode and turn on super fast building spawning. Kind of a mismatch of styles, but it's not too bad. Ooh, we're starting to have a crime problem. Surprise, surprise. I think the YouTubers who are working with more than 2 or 3 cities do not do any editing or publishing stuff and account stuff by themselves. Yeah, that would... If that was the case, I could make a video every single day. Like yesterday, I spent 2 hours recording, and then I spent the next 10 hours editing. And I tried to go quick too, but there's only so quick you can go. I'm glad I got it out though. I was not going to sleep until the video was done. Is that a passageway for cars or for people? That looks like it's almost for cars. I'm gonna take a guess and say this one's for cars too. It's a bad idea to add Dutch buildings in a non-Dutch city if you're aiming for a realistic city. I wouldn't say this has to be overly realistic. I don't know if these are the Dutch buildings. I'm gonna take a guess and say yes, they are. I kind of don't like the blue roofs. Not too big of a deal though. That's gotta be for cars. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. What were we talking about? I completely blanked out. Come on. What is this? Can we catch a break? And a tornado. Where's the tornado? Oh, this would be such a cool island to develop on. I think this has got to be the goal. I don't get it. I don't get why the gods of City Skylines 2 hate me today. Or every time I try and record, pretty much ever. Alright, we gotta finish this area, because it's really ugly to look at. And I don't want to look at it anymore. Did I just plop in pretty much any old commercial? Yeah, it seems like I did. Say we can probably get a better focus of our commercial towards our main street. Let's start from scratch. And we do have a couple buildings we can just place down. Probably not this one. All your trees are gone. Yeah, we've lost so many trees. Fort Hill Mountain, you should make a park with a bit of old English style houses. Yeah, for like one of the up here? We could definitely do that. We need to make a bit of money so we can start buying some tiles and be in a somewhat decent place. But once we are, we can definitely do that. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I was thinking something similar. I kind of did something like that with Elba. Also have a nice little pub there. What else can we get? Pretty much nothing else. Oh, we could throw in a McDonald's. Actually, what if the center of our spoon is just McDonald's all around? Definitely wouldn't be a nightmare. There's a very mix-matchy style kind of area. I'm interested to know whether this will turn out looking nice or not. There, now we have Whataburger and McDonald's. No center for City Hall. My thoughts are, we're going to place that round office building right here. We're still a bit of ways from unlocking it though, unfortunately. We just need a college in milestone 10. And then right here is probably where we'll place our city hall, somewhere around here. And I was thinking that we could use the custom asset for it. So we have this one right here. It's a bit smaller than I would have liked, but it's still pretty nice. The center of the city full of McDonald's sounds like people are getting paid by McDonald's in this, in the city council. Yeah, it definitely would. Sometimes I think that's going on in the cities I live in, because there's so many McDonald's and Tim Hortons pretty much everywhere. I'm kind of sick of looking at this area. There's one thing I really don't like about the pines. If they're young, I think they're somewhat decent looking. Once you get to this age, I think they're kind of ugly. It looks odd. It does not look like a pine tree. Maybe you could add some Chinese apartments. Yeah, I think we definitely could. I definitely think we could. They're pretty versatile in what they can be used for. As long as we're talking about the same assets. I'm gonna quickly finish this though. We need something right here. We kind of got somewhat of a commercial district going on. Or commercial area. Let's get a bit more commercial and then... Ideally, it's not another gas station. Maybe Southwest? Oh no. Do we have to make this just a drive-through nightmare? Oh, okay, the Chinese apartments. I don't know why. I was thinking you were talking about... Which ones? It was the Chinese medium density. But they look like residential. So maybe it's the houses I'm thinking of? Oh yeah, I was thinking of these ones for some reason. I used these in Elba for when I needed some Italy houses. There was mixed feelings about it. But yeah, Bacoli's way too small. Or Bacoli or Bacoli. Way too small for that right now. Commercial. We're making a drive-through hell. Just because it's already here and we might as well. Southwestern. I want anything above 4. And this is exactly what every city needs on their main road. Definitely a great use of land. Definitely. Now can I stop getting distracted and just finish this last lot right here? Lot depth 3. We'll take anything. I don't even mind what it is. Let's go with the biggest one of these. And now just give us one that has 2 wide. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's throw some grass in here, a few trees, and we'll call this lot a day. I think you could place a UK grocery store here. That would fit the drive-through nightmare theme more. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Let's give that a shot in a second. How often do you stream? That's a great question. I'm not really a streamer. I did my first stream like 3 or 4 days ago, and it was a lot of fun. Mods were still broken, so I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do a second stream. Did a second one. Lots of fun. Now we're doing our third one. It's lots of fun as well. I think maybe once or twice every week or so. Anyways, let's get some grocery stores here. And I think the UK one is the Morrissey's, right? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, we don't have it unlocked. It's not too big of a deal. Ooh. Wait, I'm getting crazy. What am I thinking? Our waters are right here. Actually, it could still work though. Because if you're coming to stop by the water, and I mean our water is destroyed by industrial anyways, does it really matter? Not really a great excuse, but we're going to take it. I don't even know if there's a way we can get this in. No, seems like we're kind of just a bit rough. Also, I have a tip for highways. Unlike others, I had gas stations there. Yeah, like a little kind of pit stop. Also, a good mod is the French floors textures. I think I actually have that one. I tried to grab every possible texture I could when I first see them. Yeah. I use this one, I think, very, very often. And I believe this one too. And this one, actually. Maybe fish industry? Yeah, we were going to expand into this water right here for the fish industry. I don't know what stopped us. And we have a bit of an inland fish area right here. It's not very good, and this is actually Shane's house, the person who made this map. Yeah, we could probably build a little fish industry right here. I'm getting distracted left and right anyways. Oh no, we can't. Right, that's why we couldn't, because we haven't unlocked it yet. We need to unlock the progression node water. That seems kind of arbitrary, to be honest. And maybe we'll place that just right here. I think it's a pretty good spot. Or am I thinking about this the wrong way? When I'm thinking the fishing industry, I'm thinking like someone's going out, sitting on a dock, and fishing. We might actually want to do this the proper way, but we won't have the tiles for it. So yeah, this will have to do for now. Ooh, we're not doing too good. Okay, we haven't made it into the red yet. I'm going to slow down for a second. How can we make some quick money? We have not been negative once. Let's fill this block. Okay. Oh wait, we have one signature building we can place. This one right here. I want to keep it out of our main little area. Honestly, keeping these two buildings close together probably would have been ideal. There's a bit of a slope here, so I'm worried that it won't look very nice. This is just a baker and confectionery. Confectionery? Confectionery. This is tough. I'm sitting here debating this while we have almost no money. Ideally, it's going to front whatever road it's facing. This seems like a proper North American downtown. We don't really have that. You know, I think it could probably work right here. How is that? It's a bit rough. The garbage is going to sag down a bit, but I think I can ignore it. And do we have parking garages on the side? No, we don't. So let's just run an alleyway through here. Not too bad. Our cereal mill has been working overtime. It's time to turn our city into the sweetest place on earth. Literally. Haha. We already have the perfect building picked out that we can renovate and start selling our convenience foods. I don't know what their stock looks like, but that's a pretty big building. I don't know what you're going to make here. I like dark, shady alleys. Nice. Me too. What if we make it even more shady? I don't know if this will help or not, but it looks a bit high, but okay. Yeah, I agree. There's some garbage to make it even worse. I think that's probably the tallest building. Just barely. Ooh. Surely we have... Oh yeah, okay, they're already there. They're extinguishing it. We're so close. Is there anything else we can cut? We've already cut pretty much everything. Yeah, there we go. I've saved us again. Okay. Panic is over. We're doing fine. I am losing my train of thought like crazy. Let's finish this off. We don't have access to this tile yet, so we'll keep it nice and simple. We'll just set up a small little fish farm here. Oh, we don't have money. That's hilarious. Maybe an extra loan because you're still low on money. The thing that scares me about loans is that if we even take a decent loan, negative 35 per month. Let's do a poll. We'll vote on it. Do we take a loan? All right, the poll has been started. I'll do whatever the poll says. A loan for fish. Yeah, because we could probably set up a small, I think it's the fishing nets. %86% yes. We'll give it another 30 seconds. Actually, I should have been trying to get the chat on screen while I was doing this. Pop out chat. That's why the loan smells so fishy. No, just to be balanced on money. Everything is pretty much balanced right now. Properties. Yeah, I really don't get why Stream Elements doesn't want to have the chat on screen. Oh, it's still bouncing back and forth. We're fighting between 75% and 86%. And the poll is officially ended at 75% yes. All right, let's take a loan. Somehow we're making money again, but we'll take a 100K loan. And we're going to make this nice and easy, nice and simple. Where is the majority of our fish? So most of it's right here. Let's get this on a nice little angle so it's not so flat. And that might be a bit of a stretch. Yeah, that's probably a bit of a stretch. We'll send it out a bit more. I think the availability of fish doesn't matter if you place the fish farm. I mean, water fish farming there. I don't know what I'm talking about, you know. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope you were in chat or having a nice Sunday. Thank you, MiddleVeen. I hope you're having a nice Sunday as well. It's a snowstorm here. So lots of snow. I'm not too excited about it. And we're just building out Tornado Coast or Bacoli. Yeah, I think you're right. The open water fish farming doesn't actually need the fish resource. So we'll place one right over here. And I guess another one right here. I really just don't want to see big boats traveling around because it's going to look ridiculous. All right, and now we just have to extend our surfaces. Guess the open fish water farm. That's what I'm talking about. I forgot the name. Is it okay if I put some calming music on? Why wouldn't it be okay? Can you hear the music in the background, or is it too quiet? It's too quiet. We can turn it up. Is that better? I could hear it, but it's very low, so I think not everybody can hear it. Yeah, okay. Just let me know if it gets too loud. Usually when I'm editing, I have a bit more access to the actual data, so I can see what the integrated loudness is, and I can set it based on that. I can kind of do the same thing with OBS while streaming. It just takes up a lot more processing power. All right. Now, hopefully this works. We'll get a bit of storage in here as well. Honestly, we could probably connect into one of these roads. I don't want it to be perfectly straight, though. Oh, I don't know how to make this in a way that's not ugly. Kind of makes me sad how a church doesn't fit into this city. Why not? We could definitely place a church in here. Ooh, that's a perfect color right there. That power line is extremely distracting. All right, that's going to look like that for now. If we need more storage, we'll build it in. And we are turning somewhat of a profit. Oh, right. Rookie, absolute rookie. I'm trying to walk away when we haven't even set up fishing lines. I find it funny how I say we, even though it's all my fault. All right. It'll go there and back. There and back. And same thing. Okay, now we should see some actual progress with this. And you think a church doesn't fit into the city? We can definitely fit a church into this city. Unless you're trying to bait me unless you're trying to bait me to place one. That's probably a bit too grand. more medieval style. Really, I love these little churches right here. This one looks kind of medieval to me. What do we have the church here? You have a church like this right here in your hometown? Or the one before? Big church is looking better than City Hall? I could get down with that. The brown one. I wish there was a way just to filter for these only. This one right here. Yeah, I like this church. I think we have one of these in Lithia Bay. I almost kind of want a grand one, but we can easily have a nice little church right here. No big one. Interesting. We have something that we're going to pull. All right, so the options are going to be this one, this one, or that one. We'll call this one option A. This one will be option B. And this one will be option C. Which church? Option A. There's the poll. I'm going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom. All right, and option A is the winner. So we're gonna go with this one right here. Let's see, what did I miss? I think you should fit in with low residential housing. No, the grand one. Option C is too big. I think option C is too big. Most of the time in England, if a city has a church, not a church and a cathedral. Either way, this is the one we're going with. And let's center it right here. Right on what is apparently Main Street, even though it's not. And we just need a nice little basic surface. Maybe this one right here. I can never actually remember what the tiles are until I see them. Yeah, that's not bad. And just some trees to make this look a little bit better. And we'll probably add in the grass surface as well. So what should be behind it? Are we thinking park? I'm almost thinking a park, some paths, something basic back here. You've got the end of the poll. Thank you. As you can tell, professional streamer. The spoon. Someone once said something pretty funny about this spoon. Yeah, so what should we have back here? I see almost paths. It's a good idea having low density around the bulb, not inside the bulb. That would look ugly. Actually, that's a pretty good point. Some right here, I think, on both sides of the roads would look pretty nice. Yeah. Let's say goodbye to these sewers for a bit. And let's try and give Platter a try. I really want to try it out with the line tool. I think we'll probably just go about 2 by 2. And I'd prefer if it didn't randomize. The road lightings are perfect. Love it. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. I think you need to put the Wi-Fi tower next to the lake, and it's going to be the city iconic place for the park. Over here? We can do that. Give me like 5 to 10 minutes. If I forget, just remind me. Why does the line tool hate me? Oh, we're so close. Maybe just like that. Although we can probably get rid of this one and swap it for a 3. I love the new zoning in City Skylines too. Platter is honestly insane. It's a game changer. I'm used to just plopping everything in. And that becomes a bit exhausting over time. These ones will have a bit of overlap. I'm fine with a tiny bit of overlap as long as it doesn't look too crazy. All right. Now we need something that can stand on its own and still look good. What is that going to be? Actually, we could probably use the Chinese assets. Plop the Dutch low density housing. Use the British housing. The Dutch is Netherlands, right? At the very least, we need 2x2s. So these are kind of our options. Definitely not going southwestern. Which really only leaves us with this. I can almost see these being in here. What are these? Oh, these are the North American reworked. Yeah, agreed. Southwest is more kind of suburbia in my opinion. What do I feel like this is not all of our low density? I feel like we have way more than this. The terrace looks good when it's together, but not on its own. The old style Dutch houses? Which ones are those? Based in the 1950s? See, my initial thought was to go with these ones right here. I'm going to place them down and just see how they look first. I like them because they kind of... I feel like they could be more than just low density. These could probably be split. The Chinese houses actually fit the Turkish city you were talking about earlier. Yeah, I think they can work in a whole bunch of different contexts, which is why I like them. I think the fences are the only thing that have to go. Is there a way to disable this view? I don't want to see the platter plats. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty nice. We'll do the same thing on this side. We may not be able to, though. Probably gonna have to place this by hand. I think we're gonna have a nice little walkthrough right here. Also, if you try and make it EE apartments too. If you try to make it earlier, try to take inspiration from I'm going to butcher this, so let me know if I'm butchering it. Kayseri? Your brain is weird? I think everyone's brain is weird. We're all a product of our environment. Oh, so close. Definitely need some trees. Which one? Hello, hello. It's a city near the capital, Ankara. You have complete freedom to make fun of me if I'm butchering these pronunciations. I won't get hurt, I promise. Yeah, you totally are. I'm sorry. I'm okay with it. Well, I appreciate that. I think this stream would be just me looking up the pronunciations of words. Which one do you prefer in cities, buses or trams? I like trams. I love trams. Trams to me are the ideal transportation as long as you're not going super long distances. Like city to city. What to put here, what to put? Let's go maybe just a pavement path. Which one do you prefer? Eh, not too bad. Wish we could have fit one more house in there, but I'll live with it. Another forest fire, come on. It's pretty much just a meme at this point in time. You gotta get a forest fire counter. I agree. I would actually love one. I can't even get the chat to pop up on screen. Which is just odd given that I'm pretty good with technology. But Stream Elements isn't having it, even though I see the overlay on OBS. Maybe you hit it, no BS? Yeah, I've tested it. It doesn't matter which one I switch to, and I've even deleted it and tried to re-add it back in. Because it genuinely bugs me that we don't have the chat on screen. And in Stream Elements, I can see it. Unless my position of it is just wrong. Fit to screen. Okay, actually, I might have an idea. You might have given me an idea. And then let's add it back in. No, still won't work. Yeah, can't get it to work. In the open yards, you should place some props. The city has a high school? That's a great question. I think we do. No, we only have an elementary school right now. You could fit a park in there where you couldn't fit any buildings on the side of that bulb. We saw the browser source thing. Yeah, not, if anyone, I just, I don't get it. Like, it should be popping up on screen. Bye. All right, have a good one. And, we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. All right, was in Lithia Bay. You gotta go forward. Someone said we should place a park. You could fit a park there where you couldn't fit any buildings. Yeah, I think we could. Right here. Oh, I really wish this menu would go away. I don't like that. How big of a park? I don't think... Maybe we could fit this in. It'll be a bit tight. Probably have to go with one of these smaller ones. And that's probably too close to the yard. But something like this. And then if we grab one of our net lanes, we need anyone that has a concrete. Let's go with the vanilla curb. And we can just follow that all the way along. And we might as well connect up into our path. And then just a tree to cover up the parts we don't like. Do you remember my Wi-Fi tower idea? I did not. I have the memory of a goldfish. We are done in just about 1 second. Oh yeah, that's definitely coming together. Where were you talking about? Do we even have enough money? We got a little bit of money. I think we'd want the telecom tower though, that's the only issue. How far would the radio mast take us? Pretty much nowhere unless we place it right in the center of the city. So we're going to need a telecom. And in order to get that, we're going to need a bit more money. So let's swap our focus back over to... I guess these lots. These lots kind of are in a rough spot. Not really a big fan of how this turned out. I think we gotta get rid of it. This one's salvageable. It's not too bad. I feel like with a few trees, this one will look at least somewhat decent. And because we can't select all of them with Move It, I'm not even going to try. Moving these one by one is not fun. But if we just slap some trees in here, actually, you know what? We got to at least move these two. Of course, another one spawns in. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, that's a bit better. It's not as bad. This one is just awful. It's a massive parking lot. Can we get something better here? I think you should build a shop district with the parking lot. We kind of have that. Although we can start with that right here. And they're going to need a bit more room to walk down this little area, so let's pull that back a bit. And we also need some paths over here. And in the back of this, we'll have a nice little parking lot. That's maybe a bit too wide. It's wider than the building, pretty much. But that is perfect. Park Lane. Alright, and to keep the detailing on this nice and simple, let's get a small little oak in here. And then a few trees on this side. Some good old grass. Actually, let's just grass the entire lot. And then right here, we need to swap back with some more commercial. Let's change our depth to something like 3. What is this? Waterfront commercial? It's not too bad. If we change our size, I think we might be able to get something that's left and right. Why not the sully grass? One sec. It's kind of a waste of space. But not if we get more in on this side. Why not the sully grass? Let's take a look at it. I actually don't have it downloaded. I am not exactly the biggest fan of it. I find it tends to look, I don't know, just a bit, I don't know how to say it. It's not my favorite grass. Oh, of course, just slightly too far. Yeah, I don't think that's working. I don't think that's working the way I wanted it to. And why are we paused? But that can do. Add ports. We're probably a bit too small for ports. I don't even think we could afford it. In the future, will the city get a train line? Yeah, we do have a cargo line up here. It's kind of burning us for all of our money. In fact, it's currently has a bunch of garbage piling up. Not very good. We could build a landfill. It'll probably be all of our money. We probably should have paid off our loan when we had it. If he builds the port, he will go bankrupt. Yeah, there's no way we wouldn't go bankrupt. Let's see, where's going to be the best place for a landfill? Again, this map has amazing wind flow. I mean, we could build it right here. That's probably too close to our train line, though. I'm tempted to just leave it until it becomes a bigger problem. What does our landfill cost again? 15,000 per month. I don't know if we should. It's only this building, so maybe we'll get a bit more profit before we start worrying about that. For now, everyone can just live in their trash. So we were right here. Clean this one up. Looking much nicer, much more cohesive. We need to clean this one up too. And maybe we'll just go with a bit more commercial on the top or the bottom. If I just let the low density waterfront go crazy, will we get something that's decent? Because I'm too impatient, let's see what it actually looks like right now. Honestly, it's a bit separated, but I wouldn't say it's awful. I can live with this. Now for right here, we still need a bit of love. Maybe we can just put some more of these buildings here. Although it feels like we kind of mismatched our density. We have this slightly more dense grid right here, and we're transitioning into low density, and then transitioning back into more density. There's a hospital asset that gives 30 ambulances in one update. I haven't seen it. I think it's the Southwestern Central Hospital. Also, this hospital and the Eastern European Hospital. I think this is the one we placed in Ashland. How big is that? It's actually not as big as I remember it. Ooh. I love how the Southwestern Hospital is from New York City. Really, is it? I actually didn't know that. I've never been to New York City. Where is it again? It's it's a really, really nice asset. Super clean. The urban one, which roof is grass? Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that one. We don't have access to them right now. Okay. I feel like we've done nothing. We've done quite a bit. Blew through almost all of our money. Is the mods made by Washi updated? I have no idea. I don't use any of Washi's mods. Only just because I had a bad experience with them in the past and it bricked one of my saves. So I have no idea. Although they all work their butts off, so I could imagine maybe it is. You should put down the high school near the elementary school and create a student district. Definitely not against it once we have a bit more money. Oh, I'm looking at this right now and just wondering, what was my thought process behind this? There we go. Once you fund the schools, yeah. We're already defunding them pretty heavily. Yeah. We're only spending $10,000. We're at 50%. How many people are even in our elementary school right now? Where are they? 235 students. We have a dropout rate of 68%. 68% of all of our elementary students drop out. That's not too good. I think that would pretty much be a crisis. All right, I'm gonna call it. Let's do a quick save though, so we don't lose it all. Bacoli. Save 5. All right, well, I appreciate everyone joining. I'll see y'all in the next one, and have a good day.